Hi Scorpio, this is your reading for the week beginning the 6th of April 2020. This is a general reading, taking a look at the energies affecting your life right now. It might not resonate with all of you, there's a lot of you Scorpios around. So take from it what you need, and I hope it helps. So are you ready, Scorpio? Let me see what the week ahead holds in store for you. Ooh. Now this is the energy that is affecting you at the moment. I don't know what's going on with your life, Scorpio, but there is someone there that is quite resentful and unhappy, and there's a lot of niggly energy. Now it could be coming from you. It could be that you are directing this at someone or something else, or it could be another person who is feeling this way about you and quite resentful of you, I think. And this is the energy that's affecting you this week. So you need to be finding a way to deal with this, because you really don't want this energy hanging around. And I think you know that, because your focus here is on change. You want to move things forward. You want to move away from the situation you're in at the moment. And you know, you have the power to decide your own future. There are events we can't change. But there are things we can, and we can certainly change our reactions to things. We can weave our own destiny if we put our minds to it. So that's where your focus is right now, and that's good, because I'm hoping that you're moving away from this. Yeah, I think you're pretty certain that you're moving away from that. This is something that you've been dealing with. It's maybe hanging around, but I don't think it's going to stick around for too long, because here, you know, this is your thought process at the moment. You are determined to head out into something new. You don't want to be caught back in the past. You don't want to be caught in these negative emotions. You're moving on out. And this is your feelings. Now, I think this is definitely tied up with this here. This is all about sort of kind of living in the past. This is, you know, there are positive things in the past that you can take with you and learn from and grow with, but you can't spend all your time living in the past. You can't spend all your time looking backwards. This card is coming along to tell you you really need to be looking forwards now, and I think you know that. You know you need to be heading forwards, but your heart's telling you something different. Your feelings aren't matching your thoughts at the moment. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Arrows, the Swan, and she's quite aloof, isn't she? And she's coming along to tell us all about this separation, this distance, moving away from things. She's moving into a new chapter of her life, and she's leaving all the rubbish behind here. Now this might be quite a painful process, and this is sort of this is the energy that's taking you forward. This is your motivation, really. I think as much as you're reluctant and you're hanging on to things, it might be quite a painful process. You are moving forward. You know you've got to move forward. There's no choice of this. You're moving away from something or someone. And doing that's actually making you stronger. You know, there's a lot of strength and positive energy here. Things might be difficult to deal with. You might have a lot of problems to handle. Any kind of separation, whether it's leaving a job, leaving a relationship, there's a lot of loose ends that need tying up, and you know you've got to do this. You've got to handle each bit one at a time, and once you've gone through that process, you're going to feel a lot stronger for it. Yeah, because you're coming up into a new phase of your life here. You know, you've been through some real grotty stuff, I think, recently, and you're making changes. You're making the right decisions. You know you're having to move forward. You know you've got to try something new. Your heart's trying to drag you back a bit, but as long as you deal with these issues, as long as you don't dwell on this, as long as you don't stay here, then you know you're coming through into a completely new phase. This is all about regeneration. You know, you're starting something new. But you're scared of it, you know. It is a scary process. Any kind of change is scary, and this card comes out representing your fears at the moment, and you're frightened of heading into something new, heading into the unknown. But you know what? You're going to be all right. You've got the wind in your sails. It's propelling you forward. It's taking you in the right direction. It might hurt. It might be scary, but this is what you need to be doing right now. And these are kind of your hopes. And the Queen of Bows, she's caring and compassionate and understanding, and I think that's what you're hoping for most of all out of your life at the moment. You want that not just from other people but from yourself. You know, you need to give yourself a break and love yourself for a while. You need to take her energy and really sort of hold on to it, because she's going to help you get through anything. Now I'm going to shuffle again, and we'll see if we can get some clarity on some of these issues. Try and look at things in a little more depth for you. Now we've got the Eight of Stones come out, and this is all about utilising the skills you've already got, learning new ones, putting them into practice and actually doing something. So I think the fact that it's coming out with this one here, this nasty, angsty, horrible, stressy energy, I think you're very well aware that this is a problem in your life at the moment. Whatever's causing this, you know it's an issue, but you're acting on it. You know you need to change things. You know you've got to develop, to move beyond this. Now, this one's been coming out quite a lot in these readings, and I do wonder how much of this sense of boredom and stagnation is coming from the environment we're all in at the moment. You know, people are trapped at home, they can't go to work, they can't go out, they can't meet friends. It's stressful. So I do think some of it is perhaps coming through from that, certainly for some of you. But it's also coming out with this change. So, you know, you're not happy with the situation at the moment. You might have lots of positive things around you, but it's not feeding your soul. You're not feeling happy with it, and you know you need to change. You know you need to be moving on. So you're definitely heading in the right direction. You know, take the things here that are productive. Take the things that you like, that you need, and move forward. You don't want to be staying in this kind of stagnating period. It's not good for you in the long term. And we got the Two of Vessels, attraction. Now this is coming out here with the Wanderer here. He's the Fool, and he's heading out into the unknown. He's heading out into something new, and then you've got all this attraction here. So it's possible, certainly for some of you, that there's a relationship on the cards here. This is kind of where you're heading. Maybe something new, someone new. It could also be a situation that's new, something that you know you're feeling really positive and attracted to, something you feel a real connection with, that you're moving towards. But there's definitely something quite deep here that you know is inspiring you forward. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Vessels coming out on top of the Six of Vessels. So yes, I think there has been a tendency with you to live in the past and to dwell on things rather than moving forward. But that is beginning to change, because you let go of this and you come forward into this, which is all about rebirth, regeneration. You know, you've still got all those emotions there, all those feelings, but you're taking the positives with you and moving on. Now the King of Arrows. We've got the King of Arrows and the Queen of Arrows come out together here. Now, we already know she's all about separation and moving on to something new. And the King of Arrows, he's very forthright and determined. He will be quite forceful in his methods sometimes. You know, he knows when something needs to be done, that he will just get on with it. And what you're being told to get on with is this move away, whatever it is that's been holding you back, whatever has been getting you down, this nasty energy here. You are quite determined now, I think, to move away from that. And we've got the Seven of Bows, clearance. Now this is all about sort of wiping the slate clean, but keeping hold of those things that are valuable. So you don't want to be leaving behind anything that's useful to you. You know, work out what your strengths are and your weaknesses, and it's those weaknesses that you need to be clearing away, because you know you've got a lot of strengths here. And I think this process of empowerment and cleansing that we've got here is all about you dealing with situations in your life and working out what you need and what you don't. This is the real turning point for you here. You've got to be making decisions about whether something is productive or whether it's holding you back. And if it's holding you back, then maybe it's time to cut it away. Now we've got the Knight of Bows, the fox, and as you would imagine, he's quite a cunning individual. He can usually find a way around a problem no matter what. But he's also quite patient. He'll bide his time, he'll wait and watch and then act. And he's coming out with the World Tree here. So, you know, he's saying, you know, these processes take time. You know, it might be frustrating that nothing's happening yet, that you aren't really where you want to be, but that will happen. You're going to get here. Now we've got the Queen of Vessels here, the Salmon, coming out with the Six of Arrows. Transition. Now yes, you're moving forward, you're moving into a new phase, and that is a scary process. But you know what, I don't think you're going to be doing it on your own. I think there's someone here who is going to be a big support for you. Now whether that is this person here that you might be meeting, whether that is someone you already know, maybe your family, friends, whatever, you've got support behind you, someone who is very caring and compassionate and understanding, and they're there to help you. They are quite willing to put things on hold themselves to support you. So don't let this frighten you quite as much as it is doing. And we've got the Knight of Vessels, the eel. Now he's all about emotions, and in a way so is the Queen of Bows. You know, she's very generous and caring and supportive, and the Knight of Vessels, he wears his heart on his sleeve. You know, he's heading off into new waters, but he is open and honest and generous, and he's not afraid to accept how he feels about things. And I'm wondering if this is a connection. This is your hopes for the future. So is this the partnership you're aiming for? Is that what this is saying up here? Is there someone new on the cards for you? We'll see. Well, that's it for you this week. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and if you would like a private reading, then details are down below. Thank you.